The higher the quality of healthcare, the lower the cost of healthcare. And that's hard for us to wrap our heads around. But think about it. The doctor who does the surgery a lot in high quantity is a much more skilled physician. And so he has lower infection rates, better recovery, faster recovery, lower readmission rates, right? And in a fee-for-service system, all of those missteps or mistakes, he gets paid for those just like he gets paid for the original surgery. The other thing is they buy everything in bulk, right? Are you buying one prosthetic or are you buying 100 prosthetics? 100 are cheaper per unit than one, right? So, I mean, if you really think about fee-for-service healthcare in America, it's probably one of the biggest reasons that healthcare in America is broken. Now, no doctor is ever going to give somebody an infection. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just pointing out that if you do happen to get an infection, guess what? You pay the doctor to treat the infection too. And so that's a big challenge. So the healthier people are, the fewer claims they file. The higher quality a doctor, a facility are, the fewer claims that they will file as well.
I'll tell you a quick story. I actually did that once. I needed to get a CT scan. My doctor, primary care doctor, referred me out to a facility to get the CT scan. Now, I'm a trained guy that always wants to know, what's the cash price for this? I called the CT facility that he recommended. I said, what's the cost? $1,300. Now, I had already looked on Fair Market Health and saw that same service available at a different facility for $800. So I asked the place I was referred by my doctor and said, well, what is it about your service that makes it worth $1,300 versus the $800 that I have as an option? I said, is your equipment better? Are your doctors better trained on how to read the image? Like why would I pay an extra $500? And the lady on the other end of the phone said, oh, there's no difference. It's the same equipment. It's the same radiologist service. I said, well, why would I pay $500? Don't you think I should just go the other place and pay $100? She says, that's what I'd do. I mean, so there is an opportunity to ask, train people, educate people, as you said, to ask more questions. But, we're a long way from being where we need to in terms of retraining people how to be effective consumers in the healthcare space. We're good at it in every other part of the economy, but for some reason in healthcare, we forget it.
By 2025, they're saying that half of the medical spend or half of the healthcare spend will be prescription spend. That's the direction in which we're going.
So we've got the fastest growing component of an employer's second largest expense. Now, of that 20 to 25% of the spend going up to 50, what percentage of them come from the big dollar drugs that you're talking about today? That specialty, that maintenance, that brand name medication. I always talk to them about the ones you see on TV. What percentage of them can a strategy like script sourcing impact?
So, we are impacting both specialty meds and maintenance name brand meds. Specialty meds account for 1% of the scripts and are often attributed to 50% of the prescription spend.
Okay, let's boil this down. 1% of the members, so of the script, so of people going to the pharmacy and grabbing it, 1%